Hi, you're watching a replay of PCD group therapy session number 8. Just sit tight for a little bit as people roll into our live. Cross our fingers. Hopefully everything is working well. There's Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. And yes. Good. Everyone's rolling in. I hope you guys are having a good evening. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Lori. Woohoo! I'm on the lookout for my co-host, Ashley. She might be brewing her tea right now. Who knows? Hi. Please, everyone, introduce yourselves in the chat. If we haven't met before, my name is Melanie, and I'm in Toronto. Let's see. Okay. You guys, I love this. You are all eager beavers. Thank you. Yes. I tried to look festive tonight wearing like an ugly Christmas sweater, although it just says, oh dear, and there's like deers rolling around. And then I've got some like dangly festive earrings. Thought it was appropriate. There's our girl Megs. Hello from the UK. Wow. Okay. What time is it where you're at, and why are you not sleeping? There's Gaby. Oh, perfect. Sarah's wearing her festive shirt too. Excellent. Oh, no way. You and I, NKOTB page, we have the same earrings. Which one? Like the first set, like the hearts, or else these dangly ones? Which ones are you wearing? Hello, Charlie. Okay, there we go. Voluntarily. Juliana is in Brazil. Where in Brazil are you? Please let me know. Hi, Ashley.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh my gosh, it's going. What a crazy night. We're about to have a snowstorm here, so it's kind of like trying to figure out what I need to do for the next couple days, but this will be a nice, fun thing to do before shit hits the fan.
Before the shit hits the fan. Yes, that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah. So.
Are you wearing a festive sweater too?
I am. Mine has
with dogs. I love it.
And a sloth right there.
Oh, and a sloth. Oh, I love sloths. Oh, that's amazing. Where did you get that? You must have found that online.
I think I got it at, there's a store in the States called Ragstock. I don't know if you have that in Canada.
Mm-mm.
But it used to be just a vintage store, and now they have like all kinds of crazy stuff. It's the best place to go Christmas shopping, or not Christmas shopping, Halloween outfit shopping.
So is it a good place to go shopping for the cruise then?
Very.
I see. Somebody asked Ashley where you are.
Okay, so I'm in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Right.
And actually earlier today, I saw that you were doing a live from one of the homes that you are selling. Did you see I asked a question? Did you see my question?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, I asked you if the house was a fan of the New Kids on the Block.
You know what? I would say yes.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Because the owner is a very good friend of mine, and I bet if I wanted to do an open house and have New Kids on the Block on all the TVs, she might let me do it.
That house was really, really nice.
It's so great. It's so great.
Gosh. Oh, it'd be the perfect place to like, if New Kids ever did a concert to like, or a contest to win a concert in your home, that would be the perfect home to like host a concert at. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Are we ready to have our first guest? Because she's here.
Time to go.
All right.
Do it.
All right. Sit tight while Sarah joins. Sarah and I were just in another live. We were both watching another person's live over on TikTok. Yeah.
Oh,
there she is.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Yes.
Oh, she's got that Donnie. Oh, gosh.
Where did you get
you
that?
Upstaged all of us.
I have 2 of them.
What?
Because there's 2 different versions of it.
Nice. So how did you pick this one over the other?
I just went in the closet and grabbed this one.
So everyone, listen, this is Sarah. And Sarah, where are you joining us from?
from Toronto, Canada.
From Toronto. Yay! And how many cruises have you been on and which years?
Every cruise since 2012, so 9 if you count the virtual cruise.
Wow. You are a vet. So like so you were on the cruise this year. What was your most legendary moment?
I would say this year it was just getting on the boat.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't been on the boat for so long. And
Yeah.
then I would say 2012 was one of my most memorable cruises because it was my first selfie with Donnie on the beach.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
so wait, your first your first selfie with Johnny ever, or your first
Yes.
selfie with him on the beach?
No,
Oh,
first
okay.
selfie ever, so that was good, yeah.
I'm
And
too afraid
then
of those like beach selfie moments. I'm just like, I can't, like, it's too hot. I sweat too much. I just steer clear. You're brave.
and then 2018 I got a moment with Jordan and I hadn't had one yet, so that was kind of cool.
A
So we were
unicorn.
like, it was GPS night, so we were like walking around and he kind of like just tapped me on the shoulder and I was like, oh, hi. And then he's like, come with me. And I was like walking with him.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we had a little dance off and like eye contact and it was cool.
That's epic.
Wow. Okay,
But
so
all my
were you
friends,
decked out, like, were you dressed up like super
I had
campy or?
I had Blue Jay clothes on, so
Oh.
like a hat and whatever. And all my friends had like gone to sleep. And I was like, okay, anybody like gonna have filmed this moment? And then I found someone who did. So that was kind of cool.
Listen, somebody, Eleanor has asked you, where did you get that shirt, Sarah?
I'm not sure. I like ordered it online a few years ago because there's a Jenny version too. It says like it's a red one and it said Happy Holidays and it was Jenny. So
if anybody in the chat knows if the shirt is still available and where Eleanor might be able to get it from. No, it's not
I
available
don't
anymore?
think so. Megs might
Okay.
know, but I don't think so.
Okay, Megs, if you know, let Eleanor know.
That is so cool.
So when you went on your first cruise in 2012, did you go by yourself or did you go with friends?
So I didn't go until like almost a month before, and it was like a friend was like, "Hey, do you want to go on the cruise with me?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure." She's like, "Someone's selling their spot," and I'm like, "Okay." So I like transferred this random person money for the spot.
Oh,
And
risky.
yeah, it was so like scary. And then
Yeah.
now I'm friends with that person ever since. It was a great time. I like met all these people. Like there was a group of like 10, 15 of us and we were hanging out and it was fun. Because I think her husband didn't want to go, so it was kind of like,
oh, okay.
oh, my husband doesn't want to go, want to come? And I was like, okay, sure.
So then, like, up until that point, like throughout 2012, you know, the cruise had already gone on sale and you hadn't booked. Did you know about the cruise? Like, what was holding you back?
No, I didn't really know until my friend was like, I'm going on a new kid cruise. Do you want to come with me? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Like, what is this all about? And she was like, I don't really know either. And I'm like, okay, let's just go.
I love that. You're like, I have no idea what I'm signing up for, but all I know is there's like New Kids on the Block and there's a cruise and put it together. I'm
friends, yeah.
Okay, so had you ever been on any cruise before that, or like you dove right in? Like
no cruises whatsoever. I just went like full force, like, okay, I'm going. And
but at that point, like, you know, there were a few cruises, like the New Kids had already done a couple of cruises or a few cruises. Did you do a little research to like just like figure out what you were jumping into, or you just like love it?
It was like a month before. I'm just like, okay, let's just go for it.
You're like, I've got better things to worry about than doing my research. I gotta pack. I gotta figure out
these are the themes. Like, you have this much time, and these are the themes. I'm like, okay.
So did you go like all out for the crew for the themes? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
All out. Yeah.
Do you remember what they were that year?
No. There's so many themes I've done. I can't remember which ones.
Exactly. You've done a lot of themes since then. So
I
it's
just
all
have
probably
like a big bucket now of like cruise-ish theme stuff, Halloween stuff, and I just go, okay, what's the theme? All right, here we go. Like dig through it.
That is one of the benefits to cruising many, many times is that you acquire a collection of random stuff that you could kind of repurpose if necessary. So I also, Melanie, I don't know if you do, but I have a tote of theme outfits.
I don't, not yet. But you know what? It made me think of Sarah and Megs and the other Canadians, or like Canadians of a certain age, and the chat will remember the tickle trunk. Do you remember Mr. Dress Up in the tickle trunk? That you're just like, okay, just gonna open it up and see what I find, what I can piece together.
Yeah, it's basically that. Just, okay, here we go.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I have no idea what you're talking about, and it sounds kind of creepy.
No, I know it sounds worse than actually. So Mr. Dress Up was
Yeah.
this Canadian children's, like a live action Canadian children's show back in the 80s. And he had this trunk, essentially like a chest that he would open up, and it was called the tickle trunk. And there was just a bunch of like stuff in there. I honestly don't even remember what was in there, but it was just a bunch of stuff. And yes, Meg's remembers. She loves Mr. Dress Up.
YouTube will be good for me. I'm gonna look into that tonight.
Okay, and if it's weird, I never said any of this. Don't hold it against me.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it.
So, like, of all of the, so I guess all of your cruises, you've like cruised out of Miami, New Orleans, and New York, right?
Yes.
Has there been any other cities that the cruises have left from, or those are three?
No,
Those are three.
yeah.
So, which one's been your favorite?
I have to say New Orleans because you can get your fulfill of beignets before and after the cruise.
Yeah.
Miami is great too because I love Florida. Like I've been going to Florida since I was a little kid, so like that's good. New York though, I wasn't a fan of New York because when we got back to port after the cruise, there was no taxis or Ubers or anything. Like it was like nobody was waiting there. And it was raining, and we're all like, okay, now how do we get back to our hotel or to the airport?
Oh no!
So there was a bit, yeah.
But for us, like New York is a lot closer than New Orleans, right? And it's like the flights are a little bit more affordable. I know when I booked my first cruise was out of New Orleans. I booked the cruise, and then afterwards I was like, well, I guess I got to book my flight to New Orleans, and I was shook at how much the airfare was. I was like, ugh. Oh boy, I feel that if I had done my like flight research beforehand, I probably wouldn't have booked the cruise. And thank God I didn't, but yeah.
Well, I'm not sure, but I don't think pretty slim, just with some ways that cruises have changed over the years. So it's more likely that it would be out of one of the southern ports. So you won't have to worry about that in the future. Hopefully. Right.
Yeah, Marina in the chat has said everyone says they aren't a fan of New York. It's the most efficient for her, but people are saying it was a nightmare. So yeah, and then Megs also said the port and the boat from New York was just bad.
Oh.
Yeah, we like walked like 2 blocks before we found someone to drive us back to our hotel.
But that said, who's excited for Joe in New York next month? I know I am. Sarah, you're going, right? Yes.
No, I'm not going.
What? You don't? Oh, wait. Are you still on the look? Are you still on the lookout for a ticket though?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm just gonna pass on the. Yeah.
Got it. So then, like, over all of your cruises and all of the cities that you visited, like Cozumel or Half Moon Cay or whatever, where's been your favorite?
I like Bermuda because I had some friends from the UK that I met on the cruise, and we went to like the beach and whatever and hung out. That was fun. Grand Turk was also a good location because we had the Jimmy Buffett like margarita pool party thing. That was kind of cool.
Okay, like Margaritaville or whatever.
Yeah, that was cool. Because I I love Half Moon Cay, but I find it kind of like boring.
Right.
Kind of now because we've done it so many times. So
have you
different to go do something different that we don't normally.
Have you ever done any excursions?
I did a boat one year where you drink on the boat and then you get to like a snorkeling location. We did snorkeling, and then we went to this beach where they had all these like inflatables, like a big inflatable slide and like
fun
obstacle course and stuff. That was fun. Yeah.
Wait, somebody said Key West was fun. I would love to go to Key West. I didn't know Key West was a stop once.
So many locations.
Oh, okay. Geez, well, hopefully they go back to Key West because I would love to go there. It sounds like a riot.
Yeah.
So let me just check my notes. Did you? Okay. Have you ever gone to any of the official cruise pre-parties?
So I've gone to, I think, 3 of them now. My
Oh,
favorite, I like the ones at Mardi Gras World.
oh yeah, in New Orleans, yeah.
Yeah, but my favorite was when they switched locations in New Orleans and they did I wrote it down somewhere. It was called, where is it? It was a different location. It was like the 3rd time they were there and it was a different location. And that
The
was
one in
fun because
2017?
yes, 2017. And they
Okay,
like
so
came in like
yeah.
a marching band kind of thing and it was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. I was at
Oh,
that one.
fun.
Were
Yeah,
you
and
there?
Donnie came. Yeah,
Ashley?
was Ashley there? No.
Yeah, no, I was not.
So when they first came in, I was standing there with my friend Joy, and Donnie came like right in, and he's like filming and stuff, and we were like in his video. It was cool,
I
and we were
remember
dancing.
I remember waiting in the crowd for that one. I think the thing was supposed to start at like 6 o'clock. And I feel like Donnie was tweeting, it was like 6:15 and he was like still on his plane or something. Do you remember that? And we're all just like standing there. We're like, what the
Yeah, it
heck, Donnie?
started like an hour late or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that one was fun and it was a nice little warm up and a little preview for what we had in store on the boat. So here's hoping that they do it on one of the official pre-parties again. So so all of the pre-parties that you went to were all in New Orleans?
Yes,
Okay, got it.
pretty sure.
So how does the cruise or how has cruising affected your life off the boat, like the rest of the year?
So I have to say, in like the 8 official cruises I've done,
Yeah.
I've met so many friends. So like now I have, like I go other places with other like friends and like do vacations with these friends I've met from like all over the place. So I have like friends in the UK and like
Yeah.
all over the States. So like now I like can go and like hang out with them and stuff other times of the year when it's not like necessarily new kid related. So
Right.
it's kind of
Have you
fun.
gone to the UK to visit friends?
I haven't yet.
Mhm.
It's in the works, but then COVID happened, so then I hopefully can do it sometime soon.
Hopefully. Yeah, you should definitely go. Um, so my next question is like I remember when we were preparing for the cruise, I said something about like I mentioned to you about how I was packing and getting kind of like stressed out or something, and you were like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna have like Advil, I'm gonna have a sewing kit, whatever you need, just come by, just let me know, and I can help you out." So thank you for
No
that.
problem.
I don't think I ended up needing anything, but do you have any? What are your top practical tips for fellow cruisers? Because we love sharing tips and like little secrets.
Yeah,
Anything you can recommend?
I use packing cubes for like my like everyday clothes or whatever, and then so
Everyone
I have one that has
on
like my everyday stuff in it, and then another one that has like my theme stuff. So I try to put it in like Ziploc bags. So like
yeah,
each night is a Ziploc bag if possible, and then you just like pull that Ziploc bag out, and that's your outfit for the night, and then yeah. And then like the obvious thing like bring a water bottle, like a reusable water bottle,
mhm.
elevate your feet as much as possible, sunscreen, like all your
No,
medicine in like a Ziploc bag, an extra Ziploc bag for your bathing suit, so that when you're going to go home, if it's wet or whatever, you have that. And
that's a good
after
tip.
8 cruises, I know exactly what I need to pack and what I can leave home. Like, don't overpack. It's
What
not
do you
worth
think?
it.
What is one thing that you pack that you don't think other people pack? Is there anything that like you always have that most people are not as prepared for?
Probably like the sewing kit, the first aid kit. Like, I work in a pharmacy, so I always make sure I have all that stuff because on the cruise ship it's so expensive and I just don't want to, like, I just bring it with me so that if I have it and I can share it with others, I share it with others.
That's
Nice. And you know what? Somebody in the chat, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but she said that she packed a small hard ball to massage sore and tired muscles. And I would agree with that. Like a lacrosse ball is great for that because it's small and it's really, really hard. And you can like roll your feet on there. If you got tired soles, like you can like roll out your shoulders as well too and your back like up against the wall, and it packs really small. So if you think of like the foam rollers that they have at gyms, it's kind of the same thing, but obviously it's much smaller and lighter. So
great idea.
I agree with you.
I'm a jumper when I dance. Like I like to jump a lot. So it'd be a great idea for like your calves and stuff too, to like loosen that up.
Yeah.
That's a great
You
great
can you can do it on your glutes as well too.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
but
great
like honestly, I feel like the packing, I know that there's a lot of companies that make packing cubes, but like the packing cube community owes us like a ton of money. I think after all of this, because everybody is saying every live packing cubes, that's the key. So I think if there's like any major takeaway after all of these lives is to get yourself some packing cubes.
I think we need a sponsorship.
Right? Our next live will be like, yeah, sponsored by, or there's going to be like an ad in the middle of the live where we're talking about packing cubes. Love it. So what's been your favorite theme night so far? You've had like whatever 8 times 4 is minus the GPS, because we know that's repeated.
Yeah, I love GPS for sure. And I like the formal nights, like the first night of the cruise.
Yeah.
But I have to say pajama night one year was really fun.
Ooh, did anybody get like really risque with that?
No, not really. Mostly it was like t-shirts and like pajama pants or like onesies or whatever. Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't see any risky ones. Like,
Okay, but it just sounds like it was like a really like just comfortable evening, right?
yeah, because it was after the beach day, so you just wanted to be like super comfy and like
Chill.
For
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Megs is in agreement that the PJs were so comfy. Although I cannot for sure do flannel because that'll be way too hot. There was some lingerie, Nikki has mentioned. And yes, there were a couple of risque ones as well. Well, you know, what are you gonna do?
But there's risque outfits
every night. Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah. And obviously, you know, PSA to everyone out there who hasn't been on a cruise, you do whatever works for you. If you want to go risque, go for it. If you don't, go for it. Just be comfortable. And yes, Lori has said that Lori and Mandy are down for onesies anytime.
They had great ones this year. Really.
Lori, do your onesies have trapdoors in the back? Let a girl know.
Oh my gosh, I would love, actually I found some of those because I was looking for Christmas presents on Amazon, and they make like short sleeve, but they're like kind of tight with shorts onesies, and they have trap doors. I'm pretty sure those are not for like wearing outside of your house though. They're a little skinny. That's so funny. Okay, so with all the theme nights you've had, and PJ being your favorite, is there one that you would just love to see that we have not seen yet? Or a repeat, maybe a repeat.
I liked Melanie's idea of the night of 1,000 new kids. When you said that a few weeks ago, I was like,
Oh, I just put a name on it. But
what I
it
would
was
wear
Teresa
and
who put it out there. I just gave it a name.
Yeah, well, I like that idea, and I hope they pick it because I've been thinking about it ever since of who I would be and what I would wear. Yeah.
Listen, I think that on the next cruise, if they don't make it an official theme,
we'll just
like amongst us, we'll just do it. We'll just do it.
Just the PCD group therapy crew.
Exactly.
But yes, we'll all wear our pajamas or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or our new kids outfits.
Or new kid pajamas.
Sorry, say that again.
Or new kid pajamas.
Okay.
Because I have a new kid onesie pajama, so.
That I don't have. Ashley, do you have that?
No, but I own lots of onesies or rompers, jumpers, whatever. I actually own a jean one that's very much like Donnie's that I've been wanting to like customize to look just like his. So Night of 1,000 New Kids, I could do that with the, flat billed hat. But I don't have any new kids jammies.
Well, we've got time. We can figure it out.
I have 2. I can share.
There you go. There's your official offer, Ashley.
So nice of you. Sarah, you are like the nicest person I've ever met. Have some Band-Aids. Have some Tylenol. Like, I love it. You're so sweet.
Yeah, and then like during what night was it? The Bring Back the Time night. I had that that jacket that I was wearing that was so hot, and I was trying to find a place to put it, and I was like, it just won't stay still, like on the rail. And then she took and she held it all night.
Yeah, that was our only interaction on the cruise.
I know, but you and I met briefly in the summertime, right?
Yes.
On the day that would have been the Toronto concert that ended up getting canceled.
Twice.
Well, it was postponed and then it was canceled, yes. But there was a little meetup on what would have been the actual, like the postponed day. Yeah, so we met briefly there. So we've had a little bit of an interaction. But yeah, it was so nice chatting with you, Sarah. And you know, I always ask, is it Lido or Lido?
Lido.
And listen, she's been on a lot of cruises. She's an expert. She knows.
There you go.
Is there any questions in the chat for Sarah? Again, one of our veteran cruisers. Please drop them in the chat now. I probably should have asked a little bit earlier.
A lot of comments about the onesie situation, pajama situation right now. So that's kind of taking up the chat.
Yeah. Oh, did you, Sarah, you went to Buffalo, right? You went to the Buffalo concert?
Yeah, Buffalo and Detroit.
Buffalo and Detroit, right? Okay. Yeah, thankfully, Buffalo is not too far from us. So a lot of the Toronto people, you know, once that show was canceled, beelined it for Buffalo instead. We probably would have gone anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't see any other questions, but Sarah, again, thank you so much for joining us. Sorry, Ashley, did you have any last minute questions?
No. I kind of peppered mine in when I had it. So I appreciate you, Sarah. This has been fun. And we obviously are grateful that you were willing to take your time to be with us tonight.
Yeah, we've been working on getting Sarah over the past few weeks. She's a busy lady on Wednesday nights.
The babysitting, sorry.
That's okay. Well, you were babysitting one night, and then you were going to the theater the other night. Yeah. Well, thanks again for joining us, and hopefully you'll hang out in the chat if you're able for the rest of the evening, and we'll talk again soon.
Of course,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, take care. Bye, Sarah.
How do I?
Oh, I'll exit you out. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
That is always so much fun. I love when, like, I've never really thought about the New York cruises before. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, like, it being mentioned, and I was like, oh, that's right, they've cruised out of New York before. And, like, you know, I've thought about what would it be like to cruise out of New Orleans, because I never have, and I love New Orleans. New York would be kind of tricky. That's a tricky city.
Yeah. And I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, people in the chat, but, like, the New York cruises are typically, like, they're the ones that were held like in May, right? Because I don't think anybody wants to be cruising out of New York in October, and then where are you going to go? Bermuda? And, like, I think Bermuda, like, the weather is kind of iffy, right? Because it's not that far south.
That would be a really tricky, even in, like, May, it's not always great in New York. Like, it can be rainy and stuff. So
yeah, Lori said that the New York one was so rocky and not great. Yeah, May was New York City.
Okay, we'll cross our fingers. No more New York.
Yeah, maybe one, like, you know what I've been meaning to ask? What's our thoughts on, like, a European New Kids cruise? I know that's going to, like, jack up the price, like, enormously. But that might be kind of fun to, like, cruise Europe. Ooh, cruise the Mediterranean.
Maybe that could be like a real, like, they do the regular cruises that are more affordable, and then do like a, you know, the 15th anniversary cruise.
Right.
From Italy.
Like one of these, like, YOLO break the bank type of cruises. Yeah. You know what? Let's just cruise around the world. Just cruise around the world with them. That'd be nice.
We could, I mean, there's a certain religion out there who has boats where they're always out in the ocean.
No comment. No
We
comment.
could have our own
Listen, I'm not jumping on Sea Org. I'm not, no, it's not happening. Not happening. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's not happening. An Alaskan cruise. Yeah, an Alaskan cruise would be great. I agree with Megs.
That's a great idea. And that would be, I mean, it's probably the same as coming from Canada to Florida for like us to go to Alaska. It's not crazy.
Laura said a West Coast one has been highly requested, but obviously must be easier for everyone to get to East Coast, and the fan base is highly concentrated on that side. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are commenting about Alaska. I feel like with Alaska, like we like to find time between like catching up on sleep and like, you know, just doing like new kid stuff. Like we really have to carve out some time to actually take in the sights and sounds, right? Because I don't want to miss out on like icebergs and whales and stuff, right?
It's true. Out of Miami, like, there's not much to look at for a long time. So it's, you know, there's outside of the ship until we get somewhere.
Well, and I also feel like Alaska is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, whereas like Miami is like a little bit more accessible.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Are we ready to bring in the next person?
Yeah.
Okay. Just give me a second while I find her.
Someone just said about the Alaskan idea. We need more than 4. Not be the bang, 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 bang.
Whoa. Say that again. Say that again. You got a little wonky.
And it would have to be more than 4 days, which I guess I would agree with. It'd be nice.
Oh God. Oh boy, your Wi-Fi is a little wonky over there, Ashley. I don't know. Is it just me?
Here's what I'll tell you. We have a big storm.
I did not catch anything you just said.
I'm going to type. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We have a big storm coming in tonight.
Yes.
I'm not even on Wi-Fi because I didn't want to risk it. I think it's probably our storm coming in.
Got it. Okay. Is Gaby here? Gaby, I've sent you the invite, so I'm going to try again. Gaby, please be on the lookout for your invite.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulty. Okay, while we're waiting for Gaby to figure out, when you're in the chat here, guys, do you have any other questions for any of the, we have a lot of veterans in the comments who are answering questions in the comments. So any questions about specific cruises, going on a cruise for your first time, if you are an experienced cruiser, things that you just haven't quite figured out, go ahead and ask in the comments. A lot of people talking about storms in their area though.
Yeah.
A lot of storms this weekend.
And listen, I've tried inviting Gaby a couple of times. Gaby, you can also request to join. Can you do that? If you're not getting my invites, can you request to join, and then I will invite you that way?
I'm trying to find her too. I'm not her name.
Hold on. Okay. I'm getting a note that she's unable to join, but we're going to try again. Gaby, she's not on her laptop, is she?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Okay, I keep accepting her request to join. Yeah, Gaby, are you on your mobile? Make sure that you're on your cell phone and you're not on the laptop, because that was an issue with someone before. So that's one way we can troubleshoot. Okay,
question in the comments real quick while we're figuring this out. Is there a budget number that a cruiser should save up for the cruise? That's a great question, and a lot of people ask that. I personally think you need to have at least $4,000 to $5,000 saved up, because it's not just the cost of getting on the cruise. It's your flights, it's the hotel before, it's the hotel after, it's food, it's extras for drinks, merchandise. Like, that's my kind of personal number that I try.
There we are, Gaby.
Hi.
Hey. Hi, we can't see you. There she is.
Hi.
Sorry, Ashley, do you want to just finish up your thought there?
Oh, I was just saying, I think if you're going to save a number that's going to be comfortable, that you're not going to have to worry about how much money you're spending and really just like have a good time, 5,000 is my goal, but 4,000 to 5,000 is probably absolutely essential. Like, you have to have enough, because even if you're in, you know, deck 1 or 2 and it's $1,400 or $1,600, that doesn't include theme outfits, Ubers, hotel rooms, food before, food after, flight, you know, your flights, everything. So that's my general rule of thumb if someone asks me how much to save.
Yeah, besides the cruise itself, like for your actual cabin, excuse me, there are a lot of other things that you kind of have to factor in there, like getting to Miami, your flight there, and they always recommend that you arrive. So if the cruise leaves on Thursday morning, they always recommend that you arrive on Wednesday. You never want to leave it. You never want to risk arriving the day of the cruise. So obviously there's your hotel and your food that day before. Like Ashley mentioned, there is costumes as well. If you're going to get a drinks package, if you're going to get like a Wi-Fi package as well too on the boat, if you're going to buy merch. And I think we've mentioned before too, like on just like any other cruise, the price of the cabins vary. So the lower you are, the more affordable the rooms are, and they get pricier as you go higher up, like actually higher up on the boat. Interior rooms are a little bit more affordable as well. Exterior are more pricey. If you have a balcony, that's even more. So there are some like little hacks, I guess, if you want to just kind of keep your budget down, maybe focus on finding a room that's lower down.
My last little thing with that is that even if you see a room listed at $1,400 plus fees, that is per person. So if you have a 4-person room, it's not less expensive. You still pay the same for 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
So all 4 people will pay the same price regardless. You don't get a cheaper room by having 4 people versus 2 people, although 2 people rooms tend to be higher up on the ship, which are more expensive.
Right. And then also sorry, Meg just said, girls, I don't even want to know how much money I spent on 11 cruises. I refuse to think about it. That's you could just bury your head in the sand, Megs. I adhere to that as well too. But to the person who asked again about budgeting, something to think about, or to maybe make it again a little bit more manageable, is when the cruises go on sale. Like you don't have to pay for everything up front. Like there are like payment plans with Rose Tours. So you pay monthly, if that makes it a little bit more easy. And there's Jackie, who is my cruise roommate. She said, it doesn't mean you will get to book the cheap room. You book whatever you can get when the sale goes live, and you get through. Yeah. A 4-person saves like $100 per room versus being in a 2-person. It's a huge difference, but it is a little savings. Yeah. So there's a lot of considerations, but I think everyone is kind of in agreement that 4K, potentially 5K is what you want to shoot for to budget. Okay.
All right.
Gaby.
Hello.
Hi. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, both of you too.
Wait, you guys haven't met before?
We have never met
Just
before.
message here.
Sorry, say that again, Ashley.
So we just know each other from Instagram. We've never actually met before.
Got it. Gaby, where are you joining us from?
I'm in Southern California.
Okay. And you're not at the Joe Show right now?
No, I was there on Sunday.
And I think that's what we're going to talk about, right?
Yeah, sure. I know. I feel a little bit like a poser, you guys. I didn't go on the last cruise.
That's okay.
My cousin and I had it all planned, and I got sick the night we were literally supposed to drive to the airport. So we didn't make it. But I'm wearing my Bring Back the Times. I was going to dress up as Jem, and I don't know if you had that cartoon in Canada. But
yes,
Jem
love
and the
Jem.
holograms. So I'm wearing my earrings in memory of that.
So tell me, did you have like a pink wig, and did you have like the pink dress?
Okay, so I was going to do the wig, but I thought I would be too hot, and I didn't want to get even more hot there, so I just vetoed the wig, and I bought these little extension clips that I was going to wear. So I figured that was a compromise, and I was fine.
There you go. Oh, well, I'm so sorry to hear that you missed the cruise. You seem to be in good spirits, and like everybody is welcome. You know, everybody is welcome to this, because we talk not just about the cruise, but just being a blockhead in general, and other fun stuff about this ride that we're on as a blockhead.
Gaby's kind of a transition for us because we're kind of getting to that point of moving on from the cruise and talking about other New Kids related stuff. And so I think Gaby just.
Uh-oh. That storm is just ravaging her Wi-Fi. I think what Ashley was trying to say, or what she's actually saying, is that, we know we've been talking about the cruise for 8 weeks now, and we want to talk to more blockheads about their blockhead experiences and some cool other adventures that they've been on. And so, things, look forward to more conversations moving past the cruise. And Gaby, we want to chat with you about your Joe experience. So I understand that this was this your first time seeing this wasn't your first time seeing a New Kid in concert, was it?
No. My first concert was in 1990. But this was my first meet and greet with a New Kid. So that was really exciting and nerve-wracking, and I honestly don't know how the rest of you go through all 5 of them at one time, because I would have melted. Like, that's the only thing that could have been possible, because he was so nice, and I don't remember any part of it. I mean, he obviously had his hand on my shoulder because I have a picture to prove it, but that's like, it all happened so fast, and he was so nice, and the show was so good. His wife was there.
I just want to backtrack a little bit. So you're in Southern California. Like, did you have to travel very far, like, to get to the show?
No. So I live in Ventura County, and the show was at the Bourbon Room in Hollywood. So it was like an hour away from me.
Did you go to see him in drag, the musical, or whatever?
No, I didn't make it to that.
Okay.
But yeah, I heard that was really good too. I would have loved to see him in Waitress. I love Sarah Bareilles and everything she does. And so that would have been really great. But no, I didn't see him in that.
Oh, and Marina just commented that she met Joe before doing a formal meet and greet as well. So
yeah, it was great.
So, okay. So you went to the, what made you decide to spring for the VIP this time around?
Well, I think because the cruise didn't work out, it was kind of like I needed to do something at this point to make up for that horrible weekend that I missed out on. And so I was determined this time around to go for it.
So then I think a friend of mine did the VIP as well. I think at his first show, and the VIP happened. Did the VIP happen after the show?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
So the show started pretty early. It started around 7, and then he was done by 9, and then we were doing the meet and greet. And so, I mean, I was home by 10:30, which is not common for an LA show.
Well, it was a Sunday night, though, right? You got to get up early.
Right. Yeah, that worked out perfectly. Yes.
That's nice. Yes. So when you, do you have a lot of blockhead friends that you went with, or? Like
I have a cousin who she basically introduced me to them because she's a few years older than me, and her and I went to the concert. Was the hug all you hoped for? Yes, the hug was everything.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to bring Ashley back in because I want to elaborate. I want to. Yeah,
yes, of course. Poor thing.
There she is.
Hi. I'm trying Wi-Fi now.
You're on the Wi-Fi now? Okay. So far, so good.
Okay.
So, Gaby was just telling us about, like, just getting to the show. She lives about an hour away, and she sprung for the VIP because the whole cruise thing didn't work out, right? And like somebody said in the chat, just treat yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackie's asked, what kind of songs did he sing? Like, was it theater, like show tunes type, or was it popular, or his own songs?
It was a complete mix. He did some from Waitress and some from some of his old stuff. He did Stay the Same. There was another one that I can't remember. He did an Elton John, Tiny Dancer.
Oh yeah.
It was good. It was great. It was such a huge range for him. Like, and he's always so strong vocally that it was so impressive. I was just really taken back.
And I think did you say his wife was there too?
Yes, and Griffin too. He was part of the show. He did piano on Stay the Same. And he did a Justin Bieber cover, so that was really cute. But they're just such a cute little family. I love them.
I think it's so interesting that you say like about his voice being so good. Even in the videos, you know, if you've heard him live, he sounds so much better live. Like he has such a great voice. So was there anything about the show that you were like kind of in shock of, or that kind of blew your mind? Was there a song that really stuck out to you?
I think it was just overall, it was just a slower pace. It was a smaller venue. It was him just focused on the vocal, right? Like it was just that. And so I like the break and broken down type of it all, you know, the setting and the.
I guess it's kind of like a stripped kind of like experience. There's no like pyrotechnics and crazy costumes and choreography. It's just him just singing. Somebody was asking, was he wearing socks and shoes? Or was he barefoot?
I know. I was expecting him barefoot, but no, he had socks and shoes on.
Oh, good for him.
That is shocking though. The pictures I've seen from other shows or from our experience on the cruise.
Right.
Man, it was, you know, putting the feetsies out. So with going to this show and having your first meet and greet, was this a once in a lifetime thing for you, or is this a thing that we're gonna do at more often?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, my brother jokingly was like, you know, because we missed the 2020 cruise. That was going to be my first cruise. And then I missed this cruise. So my brother was like, do you not think the universe is telling you like no more new kids? And I'm like, no, I will go to this show.
If anything, I have to try harder.
Exactly. So this definitely was just the tip. I will definitely be looking at more.
To quote Danny Wood.
Sorry. Oh, Danny. Oh, I miss him. Yeah.
I love it. Did anybody notice that he's changed his Instagram picture? He's got a new pickup. Nice. Looking forward to seeing Danny more on social media.
Yeah.
But sorry, definitely. I digress. Yes. So this is just the beginning for you, right? Are you toying with New York?
No, I don't think that's going to happen. I have younger kids. Actually, this is kind of how I relate to Ashley. I have twins, and then I have a 7-year-old, and so they're 5 years apart, and so it's kind of like your sister, right, Ashley? You're
yeah.
Yeah.
So for those watching who don't know, I am a twin. Someday my twin will join us here and talk, but and then our little sister is 6 years younger than us. So that's very, very much like Gabby's kids.
Yeah. So they're too. I can't. It's like right in the middle of the school, and I'm bus driver and cafeteria lady and everything for them. So no, not this trip, but down the road for sure.
When do you start your Christmas break?
The girls started, this is their Christmas break. They're already on Christmas break.
Okay.
Monday was their first day, I guess.
Which is why you can, well, I guess it's not that late where you're at, but
yeah.
Your way, Melanie's the late one. I'm kind of mid.
I know.
Early.
Party animals.
Someone just asked, which child is your favorite?
I think that's probably them. It depends on the day, actually. So go make your bed.
Is that your kid who asked that?
I don't know, probably.
AB10012332.
That would be oh my gosh. That's something my child would do to me, is like he used to troll my my TikTok. And then he stopped when I threatened to take his TikTok away.
Nice.
Listen, Gabby's favorite kid is the one who makes their bed and then also buys her captain suite on the next cruise. How's that?
Exactly. I actually took the twins since New Kids were my first concert, I made them go to New Kids for their first concert. So they went with me in May to the mixtape in Anaheim. Actually, we took them to that one. But they had fun. One of the twins is obsessed with Rick Astley. So she was like wanting to get Rick rolled, and it got a little inappropriate. So I was like, people don't know what this means. So let's just use this in tighter circles here because I can explain myself.
There are a lot
But,
of little kids out there who are obsessed with Rick Astley. I've learned that this
Yeah.
year, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
She loved it.
Somebody asked again, Jackie, my cruise roommate, is full of questions tonight. How long did Joe sing for?
It was about an hour and 45, almost 2 hours. It was a while. He did great. It just moved though. It was so fast. And I mean, you guys have all been to the shows. You know how fast they all go by.
Yeah.
But
I think it's super cool that he kind of practiced some stuff on the cruise for this, you know, for these concerts. So even if you can't go or, you know, life isn't going to allow to go to see him in New York, you know, obviously that venue is amazing, but to have just a little, like he's given us all a little taste of it, which is great. Got to
totally.
taste. You guys got to taste, you know, adding the extra night here tonight, like just gotten a little extra Joe time this year, which has been really fun. I've never thought myself a Joe girl at all. And after the cruise, I was like, ooh.
Are you rethinking your allegiances?
No. I'm still a Danny girl.
Danny girl.
Oh.
I was a Joe girl when I was a kid, and then I grew up, and now I'm a Donnie girl.
Oh my. Donnie was such a bad boy early on. Do you remember?
Donnie?
Like, yeah, remember early on it was so like, oh,
he
you
had
like
ripped
the
jeans.
bad boy.
He had ripped jeans, which was just, you know.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, a total bad boy with ripped jeans.
We should do, it'd be so fun to do one of these and do like almost like a blind item where like we read ahead from 90. Yes.
Oh. Ooh, I would love that. I would love to write those. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Maybe we'll do that for next week.
There you go. Bad boys, yes. I think, you know, so I did a little TikTok series about like, if you like this boy band member, this is what it says about you. And I think if you are a Joe girl, it means that you at one point were innocent and then you got a little naughty as you grew up. Like, heart, you probably go to church every Sunday, but you're a little nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my opinion.
Wait, sorry. If you're a Joe girl, you go to church every week, but you're a little nasty?
Yeah, like you got a little spicy.
Okay, well, I've always been a Jordan girl, so what does that say?
Oh, okay.
You're mysterious, probably.
Yes.
Oh.
It probably means that you talk a lot because you like a quiet partner who will like let you get your emotions out, and then they'll soak them in, give you the right advice, or you know, they'll tell you to get off social media. You need a little break or whatever. Like, not going to be afraid to say that.
They'll give you tips on the stock market.
Oh, right.
Maybe make you a real good Italian meal, you know, on those special.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have to write all this down.
And they'll bring you back like giant Starbucks drinks, like as tall as your head, right? Yeah.
You like an Italian man who's going to like really tuck you in on the forehead.
I feel like this is turning into fanfic. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry. And what does being a Donnie girl say about you? Did we get to that?
Yes, it means you were very innocent when you were young and that you were attracted to the bad boy because you thought it like would make you more edgy, but you're really not. And that's why now you're still a Donnie girl, because he's kind of met you at your level, like very sweet, likes to do nice things for you. And so like the good girl you are, you still are that good girl.
Okay, so I need you to do like a little psychological assessment, whatever this is, on someone, not saying anyone in particular, but someone who was a Joe girl, but is now a Donnie girl. What does that say about them?
It might say you're a little bit afraid of a bad boy because you were a bad boy girl, but now you're more attracted. Sorry, let me rewind that. You were attracted to the good guy, the sweet young man.
The safe. Yeah.
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 And then when Donnie started being that safe character, you're also attracted to that. So like that's where you moved, and Joe got a little spicy.
Oh.
And Donnie was spicy, but in like a very safe way.
Right.
He's still coming home to you.
Oh.
So
Carla said that she's reversed. So Carla, were you a Donnie girl and now you're a Joe girl? Please clarify.
yeah, Carla, I want to know what that means.
Here's my dog.
Carla.
Here's my dog.
Oh, is he a doodle? Is he a doodle?
Yeah.
I have a doodle too. I have a golden doodle.
Yay!
Yeah.
Cock-a-doodle-doos.
So cute.
Okay, you know what? I bet you after this live, we're gonna like all of our Instagrams are gonna be full of people who are going live from Joe's shows. I know Joe's show tonight because I know that Charlene is there. I know it's a very, very, very intimate show. There's only like 50 people. Is there anybody in the chat who happens to be there? Anybody sitting around waiting for the show to start and hanging out here in the meantime?
I would say also, while we're asking for feedback, if you have any questions for Gaby, and then Gaby, if you have any questions for us or for people in the chat, make sure to ask that right now too. Since you have, if you have any cruise questions or meet and greet questions or anything like that.
Well, I don't know if you heard, Ashley, but I was telling Melanie that I don't know how you guys don't melt when you meet all 5 at the same time. Like, that is just so much. With Joe, it was just like, I told her the only reason I know that he had his hand on me was because there's a picture to prove it.
There's photographic evidence.
Exactly. But it all happened so fast that it was like, how do you do it with all 5 of them? You just kind of glaze over and...
Me personally, I hyper focus on the person that I'm there to see, which is generally Danny. And he's first. As soon as I see him, my nerves are down. I'm good to go. Like, you know, hugging the rest of them. I'm just like, okay, hi, you're here too.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah. But I think also, I think you had kind of maybe mentioned this a bit, but you kind of black out a little. Like, getting the picture is nice. Then you have that memory of like, oh, like that's how I was feeling. But the first 30 minutes after the meet and greet, I don't know that anyone remembers what they said or did. It like takes a moment to recalibrate.
I agree with the kind of blacking out or zoning out. It's a very, very quick experience. And if there wasn't that photo, I'm not really sure I would know that it happened. But I mean, I guess especially on the cruise, because, you know, you enter the room and there's this giant line and it's just kind of like snaking. So you can see them and like it becomes real and it all kind of takes shape. So I don't know if that experience helps calm the nerves or if that makes it worse. I'm still on the fence about what I think. In the chat, please let me know. Do you think that being in the same room and like being in that line and getting closer, does that make it easier for you or worse for you? But I guess like in concerts, like if you have a bar stool, the meet and greet happens on the stage, right? So again, you're in the venue, and you're in that lineup and you're watching them and you're getting closer and closer. But I think if you have 5-star, they're behind, like you're behind a curtain. So you just kind of like, whoosh, you open the curtain and then there they are. So that's a little unnerving to me. But yeah, it's all pretty much, Marina said that line is the worst. Yeah, but other than that, like it's all very much a blur. And I find myself, sometimes I'm just like, I just kind of want it to be over because it just gets a little too much.
Yeah, I was the 3rd person in line and I was definitely grateful for that because it was like, there was just such a long line behind me that I didn't want to be that far back and be too much in those nerves for too long type of thing. So yeah, I was definitely grateful.
How many meet and greets did he do? Was it like 10, like 50?
I want to say something like that, like 30 to 40.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a tough time clearing everybody because it was inside the venue. And so they must have said it like 5 or 6 times. Okay, if you don't have a meet and greet, you need to leave.
Get out.
And then they were finally joking, like, we're going to call the authorities. You need to leave, you know, and they were just teasing everybody. But yeah, it was fun.
Teresa, you said, Melanie, you seem like you would be calm. Yeah, I think I'm pretty calm throughout, but then afterwards I'm like, ah! Similar to what Meg said. Like I can hold it together, but afterwards I'm, screaming. But Teresa, you also said, like, I can't imagine meeting all five. You have met all five. What are you talking about? Please elaborate in the chat.
That's so, I have a hard time with, like, saying things that I wouldn't necessarily think about saying if I was behind. So, like, I yelled at Danny in Columbus, Ohio, because there were two little girls behind me that were with my friend, and she brought her nieces and did a meet and greet with them. And so I went in first, and I know Danny a little bit, so I gave him a hug and we chatted, and then I turned around to tell the little girls, like, not to be scared. I was like, girls, you're gonna have so much fun. And he's like, the line goes that way. And I was like, yeah. And then I kept walking, and Donnie just looked at me like, what is going on? And then I think by the time I got to Jordan, I was just like, oh God, I gotta get out of here. So I like hugged him and like ran. Gave John a high five. I don't remember.
I remember my first meet and greet with all of them was on the cruise. And, I'm just kind of like minding my own business, whatever. Like, oh, I'm going on the cruise. I'm going to meet the five of them. And then like my roommate, who was a vet at that point, was like, oh, have you decided what you're going to say to each one of them? And I was like, what? Like, I was like, holy shit, I have to like talk to them. I have to think of something like funny and sarcastic and like smart and like memorable and cute to say to them, like times 5. So that was a little bit stressful. I don't know if everybody else like kind of pre-plans like something quick and witty that they're going to say to them, but ever since then I try to at least think of like one thing to say to each one, like a sentence. But sometimes it's just kind of like, hi, thank you, and like a hug, and that's it. Like, did you Gabby, did you think of like your line for Joe?
Oh, of course. I thought of all of these things I was going to say, and it all ended up with, hi, thank you. That was all it was. I was going to talk to him about his birthday. I was going to talk to him about Carnegie and like preparing for it. Nothing came up. It was just like, hi, thank you. And then move on, right?
I keep meaning to like tell Joe, you were my first crush.
Aww.
And then I keep forgetting. Like, I think I'm gonna have to like write it on my hand. Hi, Joe. You were my first crush. Thank you. And then
that'll be the only way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Oh gosh, I had like on this cruise, I had something that I wanted to ask Jordan. So I feel like the whole time in the line, I was just like going through the line and like repeating the line in my head over and over and over and over again. That like I just breezed through Danny, I just breezed through Donnie, and then I like said what I had to say to Jordan, and he reacted. I just had a question for him, and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks, bye. And kept going to the rest of them. And afterwards I was like, oh my God, kill me. But
I'm sure it wasn't that bad. It was probably just felt worse at the time.
Yeah, I think it was just a very, very random question. It was like an urban legend that I had heard. Don't worry, it was nothing risque. Like, I'll mention it in the live another time, but I just have to like look up exactly what I was asking him and what I was referencing. It was kind of obscure, I guess, and turns out I got some false information, and I looked like an idiot. But here we are.
No.
So listen, sorry, my dog is whimpering over here. So you haven't been on any cruises yet, have you?
Just the virtual one, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2023 is your year, right? You're gonna book it, and like basically, I think for the 2 weeks leading up, you're gonna like live in a bubble, right? You're not gonna leave your house. You're not gonna interact with anybody. You're not getting sick, right?
Yes, that would be the plan. Definite bubble.
Nice.
Yes.
And then you said you go with your sister, right? Will you be going with your sister?
My cousin, yeah.
Your cousin, okay.
Yeah, there's 3 of us, and so it's nice. But I'd like to expand this Blockhead family and get to meet other ladies and have fun.
Well, sorry, Oh gosh, Ashley is asking to get
Oh,
back in again. But I think that this is a great start
yes.
to, join the live and let other people meet you and get to know other people so that on the next cruise or next concert, whatever the next New Kid event is, with living close to LA, I think you're probably fortunate that there, might be some cool stuff happening your way that like the next time you do go out, you'll know people.
Yeah, fingers crossed for sure. I
Welcome
did get
back,
to meet
Ashley.
Adrienne from Rat Tail. She was there on
Oh,
Sunday
very
night.
cool. Very nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes,
she
Gabby.
was.
Oh, sorry. I would say, Gabby, share. A couple people just said they're starting to follow you. So share
Oh,
your
sure.
here on Instagram so people can follow you. Am I out again?
No. We can hear you,
Oh,
Gabby.
sorry.
What's your Instagram handle?
It's G Grange and then 4.
Yeah, and also anybody who's watching, in the top left corner, there's a little drop down menu, and it has the handles of all three of us. We're on screen right now. You can see Gabby's, and you can follow her that way. That's a super easy way to find her. And I'll also post this afterwards, and I'll tag Gabby and Sarah and our next guest too.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks
you,
so
Gabby.
much for chatting.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
All right. Well,
Okay,
we
I'll
will
talk to you
see
soon.
you. We will see you on the next cruise for sure.
Definitely. Happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll do this. Happy holidays. Can you hear that?
Yes, I can hear jingling.
I'm introducing the next guest by Santa's
But
coming.
you know what? Before you do that, do you want to chat about what we have planned for next week?
Yes.
So next week we are planning to do this live. It'll be obviously the last of the year, and I think Ashley's hinted at this before last week that we want to. Well, first of all, we're going to interview each other so that you guys can get to know each of us a little bit better, and so the two of us can get to know each other a little bit better because we famously never met in real life. So we're going to interview each other, and then we're going to open up the floor. And if anybody wants to come in and appear on screen, you can let us know then. And we're going to be asking everyone the question, what was your most legendary moment as a blockhead in 2022? Doesn't have to be something like on the cruise. Doesn't have to be from the tour. It can be just like a cool social media interaction, or if you got like a cool piece of merch, or if you just like discovered the New Kids this year, or you made a cool friend. We want to hear about it. So start thinking about whether or not you'd like to join us next week, and then what was your most memorable moment of this year as a blockhead, and then next week we'd love to hear you. Ashley, can you hear us?
It's a hard
okay?
one to narrow down.
Sorry?
I thought so.
Yeah, you're
lagging.
I
think it's hard to narrow down.
Next week I'm definitely hosting the live from my Instagram because yours is just like, oh. Okay, I can't even. Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully no snowstorm for you or for me or for anyone here. Yeah, Happy's whimpering in the background next to me. What a guy. Okay, I'm going to bring up our next person. Let me find her. Let me double check her handle. Okay. Okay.
I'm back off my Wi-Fi, so hopefully that helps.
Okay.
Gotta play by ear with this snowfall, when it's happening, when it's not.
Because I think you're taking the lead on this one. Amanda, hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you.
You too.
Thank you so much for joining us. Where
Yes. I was
you joining us?
excited.
Sorry?
I was excited to talk to both of you. Me and Ashley have fun.
Yeah, I've heard, and like I got to join in or tune into your live yesterday. I heard you go live quite often, huh?
I try to. Yeah, my live yesterday wasn't as lively. I was needing an attitude adjustment, so I came on so y'all could help me with that. So I probably still need one.
Oh, well, we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best here. Where are you joining us from?
Houston. Houston, Texas.
Got it.
You need to tell Donnie to come get his kid. Come get his cold ass, rude ass weather and take it back to St. Charles. I think he packed it in my suitcase and sent it home with me. Wasn't real excited about it.
So maybe that's where we start off is you had a very exciting weekend.
Yes, we did.
So we'll talk to you about cruise stuff, but tell us what you did last weekend, Amanda.
Well, that trip had been planned since July, actually. And so we flew to St. Charles or Chicago Friday morning, and we were reserved at the Hotel Baker. And literally as soon as I walked in and before I even got up to the desk, I look up and there's pictures of Donnie and Jenny on the wall. So I had to take a picture, and I went and posted them to be like, this is the first thing I saw. And within like 2-3 seconds, the first person to like it was Donnie. And then the next thing I know, everybody, it went nuts. But it's very pretty up there. But anyone that's been down this way, we don't do cold here. So it was very pretty, but it literally snowed the whole time we were there.
So you were with a group of how many people? How many people were at this little get together?
Well, okay. So it was actually me and my friend Katie. And then just a couple days before that, one of the newer blockheads, her name's Sabrina, her and her husband were on the cruise, but we didn't meet. Y'all remember the pinatas? There was 2 pinatas running around on Halloween night.
Yes. Yeah.
That was Sabrina and her husband. So she messaged me like 2 days before we were getting ready to leave and was like, "You're gonna be there?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was seeing Wahlburger St. Charles stories because they kept posting that I was coming. So part of the main reason I was going was y'all all know I make everything. So I made gifts for the whole entire staff at Wahlburgers. And that was one of the main reason we were going, was to go spend time up there with them. And I've become real good friends with Christina, who is the one that runs their social media.
How many times had you been to that Wahlburgers before?
That was my first time.
That was your first time. Okay.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. No, it was weird. Well, like I said, just talking back and forth and stuff, became friends with Christina, the one that runs the social media.
Yeah.
So when I told her we were going to be coming up there, we just talked more and more because, I had to find out how many employees are there and all that stuff. And so the week where we had started counting down days, she started putting it in the stories on Instagram. So then everybody knew I was coming. So it made for a really funny experience while we were there all day Saturday, because they have this big screen. So they had a table set for us over in the bar right next to where it's the cutout that you go stand up with Donnie and Mark, and they cut Paul's head off so you can go get in between them. And there's this huge screen, and Donnie has a VIP table there.
Yeah.
That you can reserve. Yeah. So the whole time we're sitting there, you're looking up, and all the social media correspondence between me and her keep popping up on the screen.
Oh,
and that was
cool.
kind of weird. But while we'd be standing there, I'd be getting tapped on the shoulder, and I'd turn around, and they'd have their phone, and they're like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So a lot of the pictures y'all saw would be people coming up who recognized me and would want to go play in the happy place or something. Then I had Flat Lexi and Flat Mama Donuts with me, so I had to take them and make sure they got some paparazzi pics too, So, yeah.
Anyone who knows you, though, knows that you have a very generous heart. You just announced a day in honor of Tara, Donnie's assistant, which was completely, a surprise to her, obviously.
Yep. December 14th every year is going to be Tara Day.
What made you want to do that for Tara?
Well, Not gonna go into too much detail, but I do have something to tell you. I was debated if I was gonna say this on here or not. Donnie might kill me, but Ashley would appreciate it because it was funny. But with what we dealt with not too long ago with, an employee, Tara is so professional, but she's on it. Anyone that can keep up with Donnie is amazing anyways, but she always responds, and I know we're going to touch on this here in a little bit, like me working on the star, things like that. Why did I pick December 14th, Megs? Well, actually, that's kind of funny. I was trying to do it earlier because I wanted to have it done before I went to St. Charles so I could take her star with me. And every day it wouldn't work because Donnie would schedule something or something would happen. And then, because I wanted to bring her on with me on live to announce it, but I couldn't make it work. So every day I had to go make a new star. So finally, I think it was like that Saturday, I just went and made one for every day of the week. Until
I love your thinking.
I was like,
I love it.
I messaged her and was like, would you, because she didn't know, she just knew I was trying to do something. She didn't know what it was. And he knew I was doing something, but he didn't know exactly what it was. And I messaged her that morning and was like, would you be okay if I just go on? I'm at work. I'm going to go on and I'm going to just announce it. And then you can go and watch it later. Because they were on set, they were on location. And she's like, no, that's fine. So I just put that one in for that day. And it was like, it's today. So I didn't actually pick the 14th. That's just what happened.
We appreciate Tara every single day, but officially it's December 14th.
Yes. Because I needed to have it. I needed to be able to do it before I left that Friday. Because I needed to be able to bring it with me so I could give it to Donnie so we could take it back with him when he goes back to New York. So, yeah. So I didn't actually pick the 14th. It's just how it worked out. So there was a star created from, I think, the 11th all the way to the 15th.
Well, listen, if you have the one that's from December 12th, still like kicking around collecting dust. My birthday is December 12th. So I'll take a star. I can scratch out Tara's name and put in mine.
So now that I created, it's because I created a star as an award for the Blockheads. So it's called the Blockhead Star of Fame. So we can use it for other stuff,
Ooh.
I can go and tweak it a little. That way that one stays Tara's. And change it up just a little bit so that it pertains to whatever we're using it for. So.
Now, I think I saw, it was like a plaque, wasn't it, essentially?
Well, I made it. I created it and then framed it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Made it into a plaque, yeah. So, but no, she deserves something because, I can tell you now, and I did this for you, Ashley. I had my hair down. I was like, she likes all my crazy little hair concoctions. I need to go put my hair up. That's why when I messaged you, I was like, I'll be there in a minute. I was putting my hair up for you so I could wear one of these crazy hair things. So
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. But no, she does a lot, but she stays very professional about it. She doesn't follow everybody, but she answers everybody if she can. And my favorite thing about her is if something is not going to be able to happen, she'll tell you. She'll let you know, like, hey, we're not going to be able to make it work this week, or she'll get back with you. She won't leave you hanging, but she's honest about it, But the fact is so many people contact her daily, asking for things or wanting things or whatever, and she stays very gracious about it. And I felt that she needed to know that we appreciate her. It's, I'm an EMT, so it's a very thankless job. Well, what she does is also very thankless because everybody's Donnie. Well, there's a person helping keep Donnie going, and it's Tara. So,
That's why for a video I said there'd be no Donnie magic without Tara. Like, we all praise the magic of Donnie and the sparkle of Donnie. There's someone behind the scenes who's really helping keep that ticking.
Well, keep that schedule going, and he just want to keep adding to it, and she does it. So,
Okay,
you know, she goes just like him. She goes weeks without days off, working the weekends, you know, being right there next to him. And that was something that I actually said to him on Sunday. This is the part where you're going to get a kick out of it, but I hope he don't kill me for saying it on here. But when we were at Wahlburgers Saturday, I told him, I was like, you know, I love Tara. She's, you know, pretty much what I just said to y'all is what I said to him. And he goes, she won't ask for your credit card.
She's a true professional. I think
yeah.
If she was a fan, she's an actual professional. I mean, like, she was hired by Donnie because she is
yeah, I mean, like,
she's a very
yeah, you know, pretty much how you get any job. If you're, you know, you put your resume out there, management company or whoever looks at it, then they go and interview to see if, you know, they're a good match personality wise and going to be able to work together. And then that's kind of how it happens.
Well, and I think any of us who are successful in what we do, we have an earnest appreciation for the work. Yeah. And she definitely, like, she puts her heart into it and works her ass off. And that's what makes you good at a job, is really caring about the people that you work with.
Yeah.
And you're doing. So that's so great. Okay. So circling back to the star thing.
Yeah.
So you were very instrumental in the Billboard article, or the Billboard advertisement for Donnie and everything.
Yeah.
And you're working on another project.
Yes. Hold on 1 second. For anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, can you tell us about this Billboard ad?
Well, I have been working on getting ready for February. February, the Hollywood Walk of Fame opens up the application process for nominating a celebrity for their own star on the Walk of Fame. And Donnie deserves to have his own. It's cool that he has one with the new kids, but he's, you know, a businessman in his own right, and he's so smart, and he's got his hand in everything, and he's gracious about it. But he deserves to have his own with his own name on it, you know. And so in June, during the tour, I started looking into what would need to be done, and it's a process. I'm not gonna lie, it's like a 4-step process with the application. So I got with Tara, and just we've been going back and forth with some of the stuff that I have to when I go to submit it, because whenever they open it up, I want to go ahead and be able to just go in and fill it out and then get it sent in. And then we have to wait until, I think it's May, is it June or July? We have to wait, and then that's when they announce. So like they said, they get like 250 applications and they pick like 30.
So is there anything that we can do? Yeah, Sarah's asked this too. Is there anything that
Tara.
the blockheads can do to help?
Well, at the moment, no. So where the blockheads will probably come in for help will be if I don't like to say if, because he said it the other day, when they pick him.
Yeah.
I don't want him paying for it, but I actually asked him about, because he told me I need to get with Tara about something, but I'm waiting until after the holidays, and then I'm gonna get up with her about it. I'm gonna let her enjoy her holidays, and then once everybody's back to work, then I'll get with her about it. But I sat and talked to him for a minute on Saturday about, you know, when the new kids got theirs, I wanted to know how the blockhead who submitted them for theirs, what she did to pay for the star. The star's $55,000. I don't want Donnie to pay for it. So
are you in contact with that blockhead who
no
led that
effort? I gotta get with Jared. So pretty much he told me once, he told me to have Tara hook me up with Jared. So that after all the holidays are done and her and Donnie are back at work, then I'm going to get with her about that. I want her to enjoy her holidays. I don't want to bother her with work right now, so she can enjoy her time. And then I'll get with her after everything's all the holidays are finished, and then
And then it's go, 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 go,
yeah.
go.
Then we'll be back on it because then we got about a month before I do it.
Now, are you posting about this on your social media? Like, can we follow along during
Sure.
your application process so that we can stay on top of like how we can help and what we can do?
Sure. Yeah, the only thing that I'm really gonna need the help with y'all is that's what I'm gonna have to get with Jared about.
Okay.
Is so I can't just go do a GoFundMe. Number one, I don't want to be in charge of someone else's $55,000.
That's
Number
a lot
two,
of money.
that's more than I make in a year, and that would totally mess me up. So tax wise, so that's where Jared comes in, because Donnie said he didn't even know how they handled that. So with that, that's where Jared comes in. I get with Jared management company. I guess she worked with them and they handled it. So that's what I'll do. So so pretty much when it comes to the application process, Tara's the only one that can really do anything. I have to have a letter of consent from Donnie or Jared saying that he's cool with me submitting him for it, and that goes with it. But other than that, there's nothing anybody else can really do until like when they pick him. Then that's when we will that's when the blockhead help will come in, because I made the comment. I was like, if every blockhead donated $10, I was like, shit, if every Donnie girl donated $10, we'd have it in a week, but
well, what people don't understand with the Hollywood Walk of Fame and the stars is it's not a gift that people are given. They're not just given something that once you're selected, you have to have the funds or put the funds forward to have it made, and that also helps with the maintenance of the star for the life of the star.
For the life of the star. And then you have a certain amount of time. It's like you have to have the star broke ground and the ceremony done within 2 years, or you have to do it all over again.
Right. Yeah. There's also the ceremony as well that needs to happen, and like the permits to close off the space and security, all of that's associated with it too.
We don't know that there's no money exchanging hands right now. That we haven't even put the application in yet. It doesn't even open up till February. We won't know who got selected until the summer.
Well, yeah, Rosemary and anybody in the chat who wants to support Amanda's effort in whatever way you can, just follow her, follow Amanda on social media, and she will keep us up to date. If you don't know her handle, again, there's a drop-down menu in the top left corner of this screen. It has the handles of all three of us who are on screen, including Amanda. Hit follow, and then she'll keep you posted.
But yeah, so right now it's just me and Tara. But once they open it in February, that's why I've been working on it already. That way I can just, as soon as they open it up, I can go and enter everything in and send it in, and then we just wait until the summer when they announce who they gave the nominations to.
Well, listen, when it happens, that's going to be so epic.
Yeah. I live in Houston, Texas, y'all.
Is there anybody in the chat or anybody here who went to the ceremony when the new kids were got their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Like, I've watched it on YouTube, and that looked like such a cool experience. Remember, I think it wasn't it Arsenio Hall who led
who actually brought them up? Yeah.
Who would be a good MC for the Donnie one besides all of us, obviously?
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
Oh, I would fly to
one of his blue blood people, I think. That's where he's had his longevity TV wise.
Yep.
So I think it should be
I bet they get to choose who MCs it.
But if not Tom, then one of the Blue Bloods, Bridget or somebody from the show. I think it should be someone from Blue Bloods, because no, I don't think Mark, just because Mark doesn't have anything to do with his TV career. It needs to be, somebody that he worked with, or somebody that he looked up to, or, something like that.
Mark's a busy guy as well.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
it needs to be, you know, like with new kids. Mark was a part of that for like a second, but with with Donnie's, you know, acting career, he did that all by himself. So it's something that, you know, someone that he admires worked with, something like that. It needs to be I think it should be someone from Blue Bloods, because we're at season 13 by then. Hopefully we're in 14.
I think Arsenio should come back.
What's up, Ashley?
Oh,
Ashley, yeah, you got your hand up.
Hello, teacher. So as a sister, a big sister, if my little sister was the one introducing me or emceeing mine, it'd be a little bit, not Samantha, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but I wouldn't want my little sibling being the one giving me if I'm gonna.
Well, and also with them both being famous, it would take away, you know, from the reason you're there.
Well, all stuff that we can look forward to in the spring when it does happen, and when we do get news that he's getting his star on the Walk of Fame. We can book our flights. We can do whatever we need to do to get to
for real
to watch.
We all be there.
You. And listen, Amanda, you're going to be the VIP at this event, obviously, because you're spearheading this campaign, and this is amazing work that you're doing so far. Thank you so much for leading this effort.
It's cool. And just so y'all know, that's not why. You know, whenever, like, going to give gifts at St. Charles Wahlburgers, doing this stuff, I actually don't really care for, like, the attention. It's not what it's for. It's just to do it. Thank you. But, yeah, so, no, that's why, like, everybody, so they kept calling me the blockhead ambassador at Wahlburgers last weekend, and I'm like, no, I'm just a blockhead.
You're
just a blockhead.
You support love and friendship and being nice to everyone, and that's as good as you can get. Blockhead.
I try anyway. I try to.
So, Amanda, now that you've been to the clubhouse once, for those of us who haven't been, and hope to get there, is there anything that we should, that's like a must do or a must see, must experience at the Wahlburgers in St. Charles?
Oh, I mean, it's everything about it's so cool, because I've seen the one here in Frisco. I did ask him. I looked at him and I was like, Wahlburgers Houston? He goes, it's coming. I was like, don't mess with me. I was like, we were getting one. They had come out here at the end of 2019 and were looking for a place, and then COVID hit and it never happened. So I've been like, okay, during that time we got In-N-Out Burger. Where's my Wahlburgers? But the one in Frisco by Dallas is very small. It's a small little one. There's one in Austin. I haven't been to that one, but his is just special because it's all about us. So, you know, you've got a whole wall of with like him and Jenny, and then his and Mark's stuff's all over like at the others. But it's just the touch of Donnie in there. You know, the wall with my main focus when I got there, I wanted to see that wall where all of the platinum records and the awards were and everything. So that was really cool. But his little happy place in there, it's so cute. There's like 2 little rooms when you first walk in. As soon as you come in the door, it's right in front of you. So it's where the record wall with the microphone, and then right next to it's the big thing of tots. And then the merch area and everything. But he's got some pretty cool merch over there at pertains to St. Charles and us.
Did you bring a rock for Alma's garden?
6.
Okay, so that's something that Meg's mentioned that we all need to do when we visit.
Yeah, there were 6.
Somebody asked, what's Donnie's table?
It's a VIP, so like you pay $99 and you get like merch and everything, but you're sitting right in front of that screen I was talking about. But it's a big table that probably seats about at least 8 to 10 people. And you know, it's the deal of like if he's home, he might drop in on you, or you know.
Is this something that you book ahead of time? Like you have to call or book online ahead of time, or can you like get that table?
Yeah, you can call and book it. and everything. Oh, me too, Megs. Me too.
Oh, Meg said she dropped over 200 on Wahlburgers, St. Charles. Got it.
Me too. Yeah, me too. No, it's a nice, but the whole entire staff, they're all really, really nice people. Sue and Miriam, the managers, they're amazing. Because I felt bad because we were there taking up that table, and they pretty much had set a table up for just us so that we'd have a place to set the gifts to give out and whatever. And I kept telling her, I was like, if you want us to move over like to the side of the bar or something, she's like, why? I was like, well, I feel bad for us monopolizing a table all day. She's like, no, we want you here. Like, okay. So, you know, but no, everybody really, really nice there. It was a very cool experience. And then Alma's Rock Garden, really, really cool. It's a lot bigger than I expected it to be.
Amanda, were you on the cruise this year?
Yes.
What was your most legendary moment on the cruise?
My most legendary moments, I'm going to say it was GPS night. Donnie, we were over there behind that towel hut roof he liked to go stand on. And I was literally right there at the roof. So he come over there and hung out over there with us for a while and then jumped up there on that roof. So when he was standing up there on the roof with that somebody's selfie stick and stuff, if y'all all start watching the videos of when he was on that roof, yeah, anybody that has seen me, y'all know I'm super short. I'm 4'10". So all you see is, you can never see me there. You see a hand with a phone. It was me. That was me. Right there behind him where his feet were on the top of that roof, you see a hand with a phone. That's me.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But no, actually, I'm glad you brought that cruise up because I was cracking up when y'all were talking about like meet and greets and how everybody like freaks out or freezes up or forgets. I am the weirdest person. I don't know if it's the jobs I've had or what, but I talk to everybody the same way, no matter who it is. So like my first meet and greet was in New Orleans this year in May. And literally, like, fist bumped them coming in. Like, what's up? And that's just me. I, like, no freak out, nothing. But then it was the same thing on the boat. But just like, you know, like, y'all saw you know, like, I'm also somebody, I don't post every encounter. I don't post everything. I like to keep some stuff for myself. Might use it later, or I might just keep it for myself. So I went to 4 shows, plus was on the boat. I have at least 30-something odd pictures in there with Donnie, and I've had posted only 3 from May to now, till this past weekend.
No,
and I'm just like that.
I hear what you're saying because, like, my attitude with social media and just the internet in general is if you put something out there, like, it's no longer yours.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So there are certain things that I want to keep to myself. Right.
Well, and like usually, like, I posted more this weekend than I would have, like, at Wahlburgers. And it was only because they asked me to, that they could use it for their social media. So there's still some stuff I did not post. So I picked a lot of the best stuff. And then I put more out than I normally would, though. I don't usually post everything, every encounter, everything you know. I don't know why. I'm a strange one. I don't really care too much about the.
It's not strange.
I don't care a lot about the attention. I don't care about, you know, and it makes you a little bit of a target. You know, it makes you a target because the moment all the pictures and the encounters start coming out, then that's when all the, excuse my language, I call the assholes start coming around in your DMs. Can you ask Donnie for, you know, and it's like, I don't care for the attention that much. Hey, big brother.
I think a lot of times we get
Hi,
lost.
Donnie.
Hey, Biggie. What's going on? They were asking about this weekend.
I was just gonna say, I think a lot of times when we have that screen in front of us and we're trying to record, it takes away from the moment of remembering.
It does.
So it's great to have the memory on the phone, but you lose that in the moment, that adrenaline, dopamine fix of being in the moment and experiencing it. And no one can
Melanie, bring him on.
Oh God.
I think he might be busy. If Donnie requests to join, then I will. But otherwise, I'm not going to put it out there because
we'll just say hello.
He's a busy guy.
He's so busy.
Thank you so much
for
dropping
he's amazing. He came, and I didn't actually tell my friends that were with me that he might be coming.
Oh my God.
And I kept it to myself the whole entire time. So the messaging with Tara and then him letting me know what's going on or whatever, if he might come or whatever, I never said a word to them. So I think my favorite moment from Saturday was when, and then they distracted me. Sue had come over, and then Alex, the bartender, had came over, and then the girls started asking me some questions. And in the middle of that, I just happened to look up, and Donnie was already halfway over to us. And I was like, oh, shit. And so I waited till he got right up behind Sabrina, and I was like, they're like, what? I go, Big Brother's here. And they looked up. I wish I had a picture of every one of their faces, because I never mentioned the whole trip up there with Katie. They didn't know if he might come or not. So it was really, really funny. So every one of them's eyes were like, they were all sitting there with their eyes went like twice the size that they are. And they all had this grin like, yeah, it was funny. And then I was excited just to see the dog. He come walking up, I was like, you brought the baby. She's so cute.
Oh, yeah, that's so cute.
She was adorable. She's so cute.
Secret like that away from all of your friends. I'm like, I peek at all of my Christmas presents. Like, I tell people what I'm getting them. I can't keep a secret. Like, how do you mentally?
I'm really good at it, actually. I'm really good at being able to keep things to myself. You can tell me something, then it'll stay there. But yeah, I never mentioned it at all. So
if you have any deep, dark secrets, you can share them with Amanda, and it's safe with her, right?
But not don't share with me.
Yeah, they won't go anywhere. They stay with me. Hey, Donnie, since you're here, I was telling them, oh, she was so cute. He put her on the floor and he started running around, and she's at foot. And I was so mad. I actually was videoing her chasing his feet. Cute. The one thing from that night that did not save in my phone was the video of the dog chasing him on the floor. But yeah, she's sweet. Then when he picked her up, she did her little thing where he holds her in his arms and she's looking at us upside down. It's probably my favorite thing. She's so cute. But hey, Big Brother, while we got you here, you need that weather you packed in my bag and sent down here to Houston. You need to come and get that shit. I didn't want it. The meet up and you surprised my friends. Great souvenir. I didn't want your weather. Houston is unhappy people right now. We're getting it tomorrow night. I'm gonna be at work and supposed to be like 18. When I left St. Charles Sunday morning to come home, it was 16. I was like so excited to come home to 60-degree weather, and then I literally walked into work and they go, Tuesday's gonna be like 18, and I was like, don't mess with me like that. I go and pull it up and I'm like, what the hell? I was like, that was Donnie. He sent that crap with me.
Somebody in Arizona Marine's wife said, send the weather to Arizona.
You can have it.
You can have it. Whatever's going on here too, you can have it, girl, because I don't want any piece of it.
It is currently negative 35 degrees here. Like the wind Fahrenheit. I don't know what you're
blowing it over here. That ain't right, man.
Celsius. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
Kevin, I will give it to you. If it snows here, I'm calling apocalypse because it don't get cold here. It was 80 the day before I left for the flight to Chicago. And I come back and now we're getting the same temperatures we had when I was there. I was like, no. I loved everything about that trip except for the cold weather. I did not like the snowing. at all.
So tell us about on the cruise.
Yeah.
What were your theme costumes?
I actually heard y'all asking everybody, so I went and got my box, so they're actually right here.
Oh, show us. Are you gonna do it? It's her tickle
Well,
trick. Are you
I'm
gonna show
wearing
us?
my nook because it's freezing here. I just had
We heard.
a shirt on, and while y'all were talking to Gabby, I was like, I need a hoodie. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear my 9 nook hoodie I made for the boat.
I was gonna say, you
So
made that.
I actually made this for the boat and my hat that Donnie retired on Sunday or Saturday because once he signed it for me, this thing I can't wear it anymore. I'm gonna have to make another one.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad about. So getting on the boat for our sail away shirts, I had made these. So
Oh, it's
let me
hard
see
to
if y'all can see it. It had all of our names on there, and then it said NKOTB Cruise, but it's our hand heart with that Donnie's heart. And then for our Love Eternal, the shirts. So my favorite was my Bring Back the Time, though. ADHD brain went in full force, that one. Hold on. Everyone, Chair Chatter was with me that night. I had Nod and Sab. That's how they actually spotted me that night on the boat.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Was my Bring Back the Time.
What do you
Hold
got
on.
for us?
Because I don't even know if Donnie saw these. Be ready to be impressed, y'all. Because I'm actually still really proud of these right here.
The suspense
Word
is
to the
killing
wise.
me.
I learned something from this cruise, y'all. If you're in my theme group, you better tell me very quickly because I traveled with everybody's clothes and I ended up with 4 freaking suitcases. So I had everyone's theme clothes and all the stuff for I threw that surprise party for Law. So I had a whole suitcase that was just his party. I was playing Tetris all night the night before trying to get all this stuff. So I ended up having to pay for 2 extra suitcases and what the heck, man? Where's the thing? There it is.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Here, you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
These were our Bring Back the Time. So the word, I made a boom box and then went and lit the boom boxes up. And then the tutus.
That's like a full-on like STEM, science, technology, engineering, math outfit there. That's amazing.
Here's the thing.
Actually, it's theme because it's got art with the belt with the.
So everyone had a theme, Lexi, but I know that these were my favorite. Now I was like cussing them the whole time I made them, but was so proud when they were done though. So what was really funny with those is whenever we were out there for Bring Back the Time night and they came out with if Donnie, if you're still in here, I have to tell you, because we were right down next to the stage. There's Brookie. She's got one of those outfits. We were right next to the stage down behind the ADA on the ground. And every time Donnie would do like one of his little booty shakes and look down and point at and catch one of us or something, I'd start laughing. That the wig, I couldn't take him serious. Every time he would look down and smile and do his little thing, I'd be like, I can't. It was funny. And then I got lost standing behind me. It was just funny. But everyone's outfit, they were somebody or they were something. These outfits, we were actually the song. We were Bring Back the Time. That was what our outfit was. We were Bring Back the Time. So we were the song. But yes.
And then what about GPS night? How did you represent Houston or Texas?
So for each one of us, all 5 of us were from a different state.
Oh, there goes Ashley.
Uh-oh. We were all from a different state, so she'll be back. She'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all from different states. And so what we did was I went and made shirts with everyone's state flag.
Oh, wow.
And put the year we were born on the bottom.
Yeah.
and then the city and state that we were in with our names on it. And then on the back, I sewed in a American flag bandana so we'd have a little cape. So.
And you made, how many of those did you end up making? How many people were in your group?
5.
Wow.
So every night and every day, including the beach day, I even made the shirts for the beach day. We actually were team blue, so we got put on Joe's team. So I had made these.
Did you play in the beach games?
No.
You just celebrated the team. Got it.
We were on the team, so I did that. And then Ashley's gonna love this. So so for the meet and greet, I gave my Donnie spot to one of my girls because they had never gotten to stand with him, and I stood with Donnie in New Orleans. So I gave my Donnie spot up in the meet and greet so that she'd get a chance to stand with him. It was Brooke, actually. I let Brooke have my Donnie spot. So me and Amanda, too, stood with Danny. So with him having Amanda 1 and Amanda 2, he was in an Amanda sandwich. So I made a shirt, which was really funny. So it says the Woodworks presents the Amanda and Danny sandwich.
Oh, funny.
And he thought they were hilarious. But yeah,
well,
so I made everything. Yeah, she's right there. She's in there.
You are so creative and so kind, and we really appreciate you joining us. It is now like almost midnight, right? No, 11 where you're at?
It's almost 11 for me.
Yeah.
And I start school break tomorrow, so I have to like go make a bunch of snacks and stuff. But it's been so great having you join us.
No, thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And we thank everyone who joined us tonight. This has been a really fun. I mean, they're always fun. These are always amazing. So thanks everyone for being here.
Yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out in the chat. There was a lot of great conversation.
Yeah, there was.
Today. Thank you for Donnie. I think he's left, but thank you, Donnie, for dropping in.
He stayed long enough to blow some more snow or cold weather this way into the comments. Yeah.
Now, listen, don't forget, we're planning to do another live next week. Ashley and I will interview each other so you can get to know us a little bit more and get to thinking about what your most memorable blockhead moment of 2022 was. And then you can jump on screen with us next week and share that with everybody because we'd love to hear from you.
Sure.
Well, I'll mention for anyone who's been asking tonight to join us, we plan, I've mentioned this last time, we plan who's going to join us. We prepare questions. We're trying to make this as professional as possible. So this will be the first opportunity that we're doing where it will be just bringing people on as we're having conversations. So make sure and follow everyone and be ready to join us next week because we do want to have, they're going to have to be quick conversations next time. We have planned, 20-ish minute conversations with each of our guests during PCD group therapy. But next week's going to be a little different. So we'll ask you to be brief, but we're wanting to ask as many people to join us on camera as possible.
Yeah, and that'll be a great way for us. That'll be our 9th live. It'll be a great way to wrap up the year. And then, I don't know, Ashley and I are in talks about what this will look like in the new year. We're excited. So please follow along and stay tuned. And we really appreciate your support every week for the past 8 weeks. And happy holidays to everyone. And yes, there's a lot of behind the scenes prep for to get this ready. But it's been a lot of fun. I think Ashley is in agreement. So happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Ashley. Yes, thank you, Megs. And we will see you on social, right?
Right. Nice to meet you.
Right. Yes, it was great to meet you too. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.